ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the wonderful Sturt Lacrosse Ground at Women's Memorial Playing Fields. We are here for a beautiful matchup on a Saturday night. It's a bit brisk here, but the heater is about to get started here under our little shelter as we see Sturt and ETP. Now this is, we have Braden Munn on the mics as well and on the camera, so he's pulling double duties. We'll have to see whether he gets a little bit bonus for that tonight. I'm sure we can sort something out. But Braden, ETP's first effort on, or first appearance on LSA TV since we started. So it's going to be a bit of a good one. I think two really defensive minded teams. They've really been lacking a bit up front, but I think that's more because they're quite good on defensively, and they can probably look at none better than Tommy Vick in cage, who has been jumped back in the cage this year and has been absolutely stellar in terms of what he's been doing and back to his sort of Australian form. But Braden, what do you reckon? Who else should we be looking out for on defence?
Tom Vickery is obviously the leader of that defensive unit for East Torrens, and they've got a bunch of poles that aren't afraid to get out there and get pressure on your hands. You know, make sure you're not getting anything easy. They're gonna make you feel it, and it just helps Tom Vickery, you know, not be facing those easy little cheap ones from the crease. They're forcing him out, making sure that they're not getting anything easy at all, and it's a credit to him because he marshals that defense really well. I've had to shoot against him a few times, and I didn't much enjoy it because you think you've got something over him, and he just makes some amazing leg save or gets his stick there to the off-stick side. His reactions are amazing.
Yeah, and yeah, it's, you know, when he marshals that defense, it really does make it hard for opposition defenses. And I think whilst we you know, I think we're going to see a bit of a low-scoring battle, but I don't think it's going to be lacking really any entertainment as we see Tommy Vick just showing his skills off there
on the backside, coming across and still gets his stick there, just matching stick for stick with the attacker. It's a bit of an art form really, and it's not something that I know how to do, but boy, it's good to watch when a keeper's on fire.
Oh yeah, and absolutely.
He gets hot pretty often and generally stays that way.
Yeah, now, a quick little, before we turn our attention to Sturt, we had a very good game out at North Eagles today, which realistically, I think now finalises the top two, with North Eagles getting over the line in an absolute nail-biter at 7-6. So Glenelg were up 4-2 at half-time, but the premiership quarter certainly came about with a 4-0 quarter at one point to get out to a 7-5 final quarter. Glenelg scored the first and the last and made it really interesting. And it certainly was one of those not for lack of effort games. Glenelg, Jordan Cox had an outstanding game in cage and was certainly the difference out there. Twiskey was, again, really good. Cody had a really good one in cage, as well as Dan Evans, who was up and down the field, and the American and the Phantoms coach, Stingrays coach, Garrett Briggs and Shane Webber were absolutely sensational. But you know what that tells me, Braden, is that this final series is going to be an absolute bloody ripper.
It's going to be one of the closest ones we've had in quite some time. There's no real clear top two, with, you know, North Eagles and Glenelg's game deciding who gets that second spot. So we've got more of a top four this year, and it's nice to see that really anyone could go on and win it.
Yeah, well, especially because, I mean, last week after, you know, a 9-0 drubbing in the first game, Burnside really stood up and you know, played the game that they can. If it just goes to show, if they can play the game on their terms, they're a dangerous and a sneaky upset of being able to take down some of those teams.
And it definitely was on their terms last week. They were really attacking those bottom corners and forcing that extra slide, redirecting the ball, moving it quickly, and just even outside shots from the likes of Nathan Arscott, you know, throwing those massive stick fakes and just getting those little opportunities that they haven't been converting sometimes. And for example, in that, you know, first 9-0 game versus Glenelg, they adjusted and they made sure that they come out with a different game plan, and it worked.
Yeah, so now turn our attention to Sturt. Do you think this is going to be a battle of the keepers tonight?
Oh, undoubtedly. I think that one of the things that really is probably going to decide this game is who can get possession. You know, these keepers are going to make a lot of saves, so the more shots you get on the cage, the higher percentages you can get in terms of the shots, the better off you're going to be. So I'm anticipating the face-off battle being a really, really important part of this game. And Sturt are lacking Aaron Hill, who's away representing the under-19/under 21 as it is now.
I'm sure that'll be
team.
under 23s soon
Yeah.
enough. But yes, while we're on that, a huge shout out to Shix and all of our SA boys over there. I've got a beautiful photo that I've got to put up on the socials a little bit later. But I'm looking forward to Shix is going to be doing some video content for us while over there, and hopefully some daily updates, which is going to be really good, which I'm looking forward to. But yeah, if we have a look at some of the other Sturt players that we're really looking forward to, Ollie Kernahan was a real spark in the last game that we did, and
it was a beautiful shot.
Shame we don't have the highlight, but we certainly had an absolute ripper.
You should definitely put that in the highlight package on the pre-game stuff.
Oh yeah, just try and see whether I can get it on. As we see our officials out here, we got Gowdy, Polly, and Simon Olsen out here, which is a really good crew.
Veteran officiating crew.
Veteran, and Polly's actually pulling double state leg duty because he was out at North Adelaide with me this afternoon, and done a really good job. Now the other good thing is we've actually got Tony mic'd up. Not only mic'd up, but he's got an earpiece in, so that we're going to actually be able to have a chat to him, and we might see whether we can have a bit of a quick little chat to him here. Tony, have you got us? No, he hasn't put his earpiece in, but
making those final preparations before the game.
Yep. Oh no, that's because these things are off. We might send.
That wouldn't help.
Yep. Tony, your mic's off. So we'll get to him throughout the game, having a big chat. There we go. We got him. Tony, how are you, mate?
Hey, good boys.
Now, you excited? Obviously, pre-game, always enjoy a bit of excitement. How are you boys looking today?
Yeah, look, the boys look good tonight. They're moving the ball around, and if it's anything to go by with training this week, and if the rain stays away, we'll have a perfect night of lacrosse because it's beautiful out here.
Yeah. Now, it's going to be a high-scoring game, or do you reckon the defences are going to be?
Look, defence has always been. Typically, last time was 6-5 with these guys, and they've been low-scoring games. But you know, our boys have been having plenty of shots lately that just need to get around the cage, and they're going to have to be good to put them past Tommy. But you know what? If they keep putting shots on the cage, we will certainly put some offensive pressure on. So interesting. We've lost Aaron Hill off to the 21, so he's been really good with us in the face-off. So we've had to work around that this week.
Yep. So who you got for us in the face-off tonight?
So we got Ryan Stone. He took him for most of the season, and then we've got and then we've got Mike Forbes going in there. So
all right.
We'll cross back to you, mate.
We'll leave you, and thank you very much for taking the time for doing that for us tonight, and we'll keep on with you after each timeout and quarter. So thank you very much for Tony for joining in with us. But as we see, we got Ryan Stone, and I can't quite make out the ETP player there, Thorin Pringle, So I think this is going to be the battle. Who can get the possessions, and who can get the time in offense tonight? So
every goal is going to matter tonight, with it being highly likely a low-scoring affair, and it means you can't give away any of those cheap ones, those ones into the crease when nobody's on them, or fast break ones, getting someone leaking out, not covering high post. No, good face off, and Good possession there for, another good body. Overhead, just sails by. Nice controlled, slow possession. Making sure they get the right personnel on ETP.
As we see Scott Evans-Gill passing down to Glenn Steele. And as they work it behind the cage, starting to set up, getting their subs up. Scotty Peterson, who's been the catalyst over the last few weeks that, from the games that I've done refereeing, he's going to be one of the big ones offensively for ETP that are going to really determine whether they're going to be good. As Evans looking to feed behind, dodging, comes up.
Attacking from X is always a good way to get the keeper moving and hopefully get a higher percentage shot. Makes it a little easier on these stalwart keepers.
Yes, as we see Scotty attacking again. Will
Nice
he get inside? Draws the double. Can they kick it?
Kick it.
As Scotty Peterson comes in. Shot. Oh,
Beautiful
got
save,
our first.
but unfortunately a penalty. So we'll get to see our first extra man opportunity. 1 minute for a slash. Get to run their full man up here. Be interesting to see what they go for, whether it's some variant of a wheel, maybe a 3-3. Look like they're in some sort of wide 2-2-2 currently. Having the back corner creep in.
Yeah, so 2 in the crease now as they look to bring it to the back side.
Zipping the ball around.
But good coverage there as they bring it round to the top.
Defenders
down to the side.
Doing a good job of getting their sticks in lanes.
Oh, that's a beautiful cut there by Scotty Peterson with Troy Lindner assisting the feed, and really Sammy no chance there. But it just goes to show if you can turn the keeper, it makes it really hard on them.
Absolutely, attacking from X is always a good way to go about it. Get them moving, and it's hard to get your feet set and move your feet and your hands at the same time.
Yeah, exactly right. Very few can do it well, and it just goes to show when you can feed from behind and get the cut up front. You know, it's the percentage of goal scoring is really good. So Scotty Peterson on the board first, on a man up, thanks to Mike Forbes. So a great little face-off out here as ETP look to push.
2 of 2
push,
for ETP.
Yeah, so
leading that battle early, getting possessions that we thought will be crucial. Got to have the ball to score, and you only get man up if you've got the ball too. So seems to be panning out for him so far.
So ETP moving the ball around the top here. Just looking to get a few touches, extend those possessions out before they initiate and head to the cage.
Certainly playing very wide and high.
Yeah, certainly an open set as they see a couple coming into the crease now to open up a little bit of space for that dodge. And we've got Troy Lindner up to Scotty Peterson. Matt Smith up to Glenn Steele, and they're looking to set something up now. So Trav Parrish starting it up here, gets inside and shot. Lovely offside, stick side, but just had enough on it there to tickle the corner off the pipe and in.
Just
and
too
not
much mass.
Not bad for a keeper.
Just went hard to his right hand, you know.
Yep. See here on the replay. Just gets inside, a little roll inside Ryan Stone, and bang off that post there. Okay. And just quietly, commentary and camera work, just nailed them both. So doing a great job, Braden. Thank you for your help.
It's like rubbing your tummy and patting your head. It's counterintuitive.
But somehow you managed to do it. So
I'm not sure I'm nailing either or both, but we're getting an
You know what? We're bringing you live and free lacrosse. And that's good as we see the one out of
Another good face-off win.
Yep.
Evening
And
up the battle, and Sturt get their first offensive possession here. Be interesting to see what they're going to run.
Yep, and
Looking like
Braden, you might just want to bring your camera
Looking like they're
right,
going
right a little bit.
nice and wide as well.
Yep. So Sturt's first attacking set. They'll be looking, and Nick
good
Brown.
stick.
But it will stay with Sturt, but I like the aggressiveness.
That's what they were doing in their early hairy box that they were running 4-on-3, and they were getting their sticks out in the lanes really well, pressuring the attackers, not giving them anything easy.
Yep, Matt Forbes. So see the sweep coming down here. Gets the arms free, and Tommy Vick just eats that up.
Too easy.
As they see Evans Gill running up the field. Those legs may be short, but oh my God, they move fast.
Certainly getting a lot of reps in.
Yes. And we love Scotty. Scotty's actually going to be joining us behind the desk through the final series, which is going to be great. And we look forward to him joining the LSA TV crew through the finals. So it's going to be good as he takes a sub. And ETP look to reload for their next set.
Still sitting in that wide 2-2-2 by the look of it.
Yep. Trying to pull them out, create some space inside.
Looks like they'll be doing a lot of cutting through the middle with all that open space.
Yep. And speaking of open space, if you've got some open space that you want to put a veranda in there or a lovely little thing, make sure you get in touch with our lovely sponsors, the Suttons at Traditionals Group, tradvc.com.au, 83763639, and they will set up a lovely, get you a quote, and if you mention us, you might even get a sneaky discount, because they love supporting us, and they've been a foundation sponsor. So for 4 years they've been helping us get their thing, as we see ETP starting to attack, and getting it behind. A little bit of an errant pass, but that doesn't look like it's going to be out, so they'll be able to reset, reload, and have another crack on goal.
Yeah, we played out here today, and it doesn't run on very much. It's definitely just going to die. There's not going to be a lot of balls that are going to run out on the ground. If they're going out, they're going to have to be bouncing. If they hit the turf, they slow right down.
Yeah, so ETP, again, reloading up to Peterson, who will probably look to take on Royal Custerman, who's probably their best long pole. And I don't think Sammy saw too much of that, but
definitely screened there. A few bodies through the middle. Bit of an opportunistic, hopeful shot, but you know they've been known to go in.
Yeah, so Evans Gill coming back on, and he'll look to take the ball behind, grab a shorty, and really attack as Nigel Wapper looks to cover him quite nicely and force him to, as Cam Elson passes down, Matt Smith to Scott Gill, and that's a great little cut, and Scotty Peterson's just finding himself open on that crease. Sturt are going to need to lock that down where they can.
I haven't had the pleasure of catching too many ETP games this year, but I looked back through the score lines of their last few matches, and they hadn't scored.
Oh, inside, off the post. And is this going to be... No, it's not even going to get out.
It's not even going close to run out.
Yeah. Oh, lovely stick there.
Great stick.
And Falloon. No, I like that. Let him play as a quick transition here, but just an errant one from Falloon, as Forbes looks to settle it down, get into their sets, and see whether they can't pick their way and put their first goal in.
You can hear Tony from the far side yelling out fresh legs, so you imagine they'll be trying to get some big sweeps along here.
Oh, good step past.
Down the alley, kicking behind, and I imagine Newman will be coming on this, aiming to get top side and get a shot off here.
Yep, gets inside. Oh, off the post. Tink, 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 as Tony would say. I hope he's listening in. Nah, he's not listening.
Those ones.
Oh no, he got us. He's got his headset in. He can hear us. So, and a special thanks to Tony, who is on board and will be listening to us throughout the night. And Brett Langstreth looking to just add some little pressure, see whether they can disrupt that pass as Wapper gets a good pick.
Those box players, they set good picks.
Yep. And I like that the referees are letting them play tonight, not calling everything, calling what they have to. As Newman will look to attack again on Nick Brown, who's probably, again, ETP's best long pole. There's a lovely split dodge here. Sets it up, but Tommy saw that all the way. Just gobbled it up.
2 of 2 for Tommy there.
Errant thing, and we got a good contest out here. As the ball squirts out over. And who's going to get it? You can see a contest ball. And Glenn Steele comes up with the ball straight into Evans. And good trail check there as Sammy Kilford cleans it up. And Ryan Stone brings it up over the halfway. But I think he's like up and back, up and back. I don't think that's how it works. And Ryan Schubert putting the pressure on.
Choosing to look off that fast break opportunity in favour of getting some fresh legs on and getting a specific offensive set run here by the look of it.
Yep, get the fresh legs on.
Harry Jarnis up the top here, number 53. You've got to imagine he'll be going to his right hand hard with a split dodge and possibly finishing it off with a little jump shot. Yeah, Sturt will certainly be looking to Jacob Newman to sort of initiate a lot of it, and then maybe get Ollie Kernahan on the tail end, because a good time and room shot is not bad at times, especially when you can set your feet. And a lovely slide there, Jacob Newman. But again, Tommy was down there, but fast outlet. That's 3 out of 3 that they've taken from that right side of the field, and every single one of them has been right by his feet or on his stick side. So if they're gonna take those shots, I reckon they've got to get some bounce and get him moving.
Yeah, as Trav Parrish just finds himself in a massive paddock.
Our one-time goal scorer.
Yep. So 2-0 here at the start of the quarter.
He might even have another matchup here. He's got a bit of a size advantage on his defender.
Yep.
Wouldn't be surprised to see him attack it from the same spot. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, as they say.
Well, our producer here is just breaking things as there.
He's just learning the ropes.
Yeah, no. So Hayden Eag is on the desk tonight. Just about completed his traineeship as Trav Parrish comes in. It's a loose ball there. It's hotly contested. Custerman comes out with it. And we'll look to clear this down the line.
He's a great clearer of the ball.
And oh no, we're just checking the offside there, but I think they're all clear. And so we've got a timeout here.
Tactical timeout from Tony.
Yep.
Might be talking about that shot selection or potentially placement of the shots.
Yep, and hopefully if Tony's got his headset in, he might turn his mic on. Because it's just gone dead a little bit at the moment. So hopefully we might be able to hear him, and we might actually see if we can tune in to Tony during this timeout.
But if he can't get it working, that's okay.
There we go.
Right. So, boys, timeout, just to get a bit of settle here, okay? I like what we're doing down in offense. We're moving the ball, we're getting great looks. We're shooting across him, stick side, every time, okay? The 3 shots we've had have been coming down this pipe, stick side middle, stick side low, stick side low. Yeah? Start putting him on his left foot. Start putting him on his left foot. He's too good a goalie to do this. Yeah? All right, I like what we're doing in offense though. Keep the work going, keep it happening, okay? That timeout was just to get some fresh legs out here. Let's go out and put one in the back of the cage. Come on.
And Tony, thanks for letting us tune in to that. Obviously, we'll see whether do we still have Tony? Yep, we still got Tony. Now, Tony, not happy with your shots there, mate?
Oh, look, happy with the process to getting the shots. Just you know, Tommy is too good a goalie to be shooting on his right hand natural side. We've shot mid waist. We've shot bounce shot right foot, coming down the left hand pipe, and one sort of not far off that. So, you know, Tommy's too good a goalie to be doing that. So I want to see the shots. I want to see him moved a little bit.
Yeah. You know.
And a minute left in the game. We've got about a minute 15
Okay.
left in the game.
We'll let you do what you do, and we'll come back to you after quarter break.
Thanks, boys.
Thanks. And special thanks to Tony on the Traditionals mic there tonight. And it's great to hear the insights, and we thank Tony for jumping in.
It was nice of him to reiterate what I already said.
Yeah, it's almost like he's got his headset in the whole time, and listening to us.
It's good to know I'm on the right track, though.
Yeah, so as
right hand over the top.
Oh, Harry Giannis.
That's better.
But that's what you want.
Absolutely.
You want off hip side is certainly a tough one to save.
I like the hard right hand drive into a field of space, and then here we go, step down. Oh,
just a handling skill.
Just
and Newman.
He was thinking about shooting it.
Yeah, not long left now. Oh, don't mind that. Just change the plane. So 30 seconds there. We can hear from Tony.
Make sure they want to get the last shot, undoubtedly.
So Harry Giannis loads up, but
probably too far away to bother Tom Vickery, I would imagine.
No, but got the backup, so keep the possession of the ball, and there's shouldn't be too long left in the quarter.
Probably enough for one last shot here, I imagine.
Oh, step in. Oh, he was open.
That was dangerous.
But we see here 2-0 in the quarter. Just pop those into the first one there.
Given that East Torrens haven't scored more than 4 in their past 4 games, this is good signs for them.
Yeah. So you know, what's also good signs, Braden?
I don't, but I imagine it's going to be something to do with our sponsors.
Oh, they are amazing, our sponsors. You know, 180 Finance and Traditionals allow us to bring us all the things that we do, and we might hear from them right now.
My name is Chris McGurr, and I'm excited to be supporting Lacrosse SA in 2022. Our goal is to provide 50 property loans and save our supporters $50,000 through refinance. For every new Lacrosse supporter loan or refinance settled, your club will receive $250 in sponsorship, and if we hit our target, that's $12,500 going to Lacrosse SA clubs this year. So reach out to me today on 0480 311 301 or email me on chris@180finance.com.au to find out how I can save you money today.
You know what helps is if you actually turn the damn thing on. So I was saying it's great to hear from our sponsors, and make sure if you're sitting in front of the TV tonight, make sure you jump onto their website. You're looking at your phone anyway, so you might as well jump on tradvc.com.au or 180finance.com.au. Now Chris has set it up so you can just click the button right up the top, and it's a health check.
It's too easy, isn't it? Almost.
It's too easy.
It almost makes you feel like you're not done enough. You know, you're not putting enough effort for the value return that you're getting.
Yeah. So we might have a quick look at some replays here from the first quarter as they just load up. Thanks here. So we see the first one just kicking Scotty Peterson. Oh, that was a bit of a slash, which led to the first one.
It's all right.
As we see
Scotty
Gill,
beautiful cut.
Beautiful cut just coming in.
Added a bit of flair to it too, didn't he? Got the jump going.
Yeah, it was goose step. Well, Maverick is in the things, and
here we
he had
go. Just a ball dodge. Just moved him out the way.
but what I loved was the location of the shot. You know, just got Sammy moving one way, did it the other, and that leads us to our 2-0 quarter.
Goalies are very hard to beat when they've got their feet set, unless you've got a hell of a lot of power.
Yeah. So as we said before, there is room. There is scope for a time and room shot, but yeah, you certainly do need that bit of extra power. And if Tony's listening, we might just come back to him. Tony, how's things, mate? Oh no, we don't have you at the moment.
He's checking his pocket. He's trying to
mic,
get it working.
I think we might need to get some more batteries over to him at half time.
Here we go.
No, we're dead. So we'll get back to him. We'll get back to him at half time. We'll get some fresh batteries over to him. But as we launch into the second quarter, we've got Evans Gill and Rusterman on the bench here with the face-off. A quick one there.
Face-off number
Ryan
4,
Stone.
and Sturt have evened it up at 2-2.
Yes, very good. And Falloon to Stone. There's a
Nice
lovely little fake
flip.
there. And Ryan, look there, tries to go through.
Get a bit caught
Probably
up.
a bit too many as the ball goes there, and Ollie Kernahan will be looking to. But Brett Langstruth comes out the back.
There was certainly a few hard checks in that passage of play, but it's nice to see they're letting the boys play.
Yeah, absolutely. As
Oh,
Evans
here's another
Gill,
one.
that bit of a free hand there as we look. We're right on
Not
there.
into the camera.
Oh, we got a flag.
There we go.
So-
He probably should have known that one.
Yeah,
That's
so
that's-
the five yards.
That's
You can't be within that 5 yards to start, or more the point, you can't actively defend.
You can be there, but you can't really contribute to much of anything.
No, you've got to actively get out of the way and give them that 5 yards. So Scotty Gill will head off to the box, and Sturt will have a look at their man up for the first time tonight.
That rule's been in for a couple of years, so he hasn't been caught by surprise.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see what they run here. Jacob Newman's sucking in a few big ones after that clear, so you know you can't imagine his shooting power would be at an absolute 100% right now. Hopefully have a little bit of time to recuperate.
As he works his way over to the right-hand side and shot.
Here we go.
But
Had a bounce.
Don't mind that. Time and room.
Definitely
and
would have troubled him if it was on the cage.
sets his feet, but looking for that offside pipe, which is very good. As Ryan Stone brings the ball back into play and back to Waps, who will look to quarterback that. Look for the cutters as they
Gee.
come. Ooh,
That was a quickly released penalty, and
this one will be
Over here it
over
comes.
and back. Yep, so no advantage.
bit of interference
Uh,
potentially.
Yeah, lovely little professional delay of game there to make sure he got out of the 5 yards and gave his players a chance to get back.
Looks like East Torrens are happy to just slow it down a lot here. Get the correct personnel on. See what they're going to run.
Well, with a 2-0 lead, I mean, it's not a big lead, but you certainly do have the option to...
Well, given the context of the game and the score lines that these teams have been putting up recently, a 2-0 lead is actually fairly substantial.
Yeah.
If they could put away a third before Sturt can answer,
Yep.
it would certainly be pretty damning. And there it is. A beautiful cut through the crease. Caught it on the offside of his body, brought it back around, and quickly got it off before anyone could give him a big whack.
Yeah, so we might have a quick look at this one on the traditional group replay. Or 180 finance plus replay. Scotty Gill just into Troy Lindner.
It's just
And
good stick skills, isn't it?
Tiptoeing the tulips around the crease there. And it was very well done and brings it out to a 3-0 lead. And a
Given that neither Sturt nor East Torrens have scored more than 4 goals in their past 4 games, a 3-0 lead is quite big in the context of this game. Means you'd think that East Torrens are on track to put away more than 4. Another face-off. Oh, he's lost his stick there. Playing without your stick. Not allowed to do that. Get it
So
from halfway. That's
was that a step on the line?
that was his stick was knocked out of his hands and then he ran over the ball, which you are not allowed to do.
Good old withholding the ball. So did you know it's actually the minute that it hits the ground, it is withholding the ball if the ball is still in when your stick gets removed.
Because they normally wait for a defender to sort of, fiddle around with it a bit before they actually call it.
Yeah. So, but the instant the ball is in the stick and it hits the ground, it is actually a withholding the ball.
Actively withholding.
Yes.
That's
so
good insight from our referee here.
Yeah.
Or are you an umpire? I forget.
No, we're all officials now.
Officials.
So, yeah. So
I love the continuity. Makes it nice and easy.
Lovely little step around.
Can't
as
go wrong.
Jacob Newman goes far side and just gets above goal line extended and hits a ripping shot, and hopefully we can see here on the replay. Newman goes against Schubert, gets the little pick, gets that little step, and just takes that one extra step to greatness.
Absolutely.
And puts it past Tommy Vick, and maybe that just shows that they can put one past him and it works through there.
He's a brick wall, but he's certainly not infallible. He can on that he was moving there, and if you get him moving, you've got a chance. If you've done a split dodge from the top and he's seen you cradling the entire time, not so much. Face off number 5 for the night, 6 for the night. Sturt coming up with it. Potentially a changing of tides here. Running the ball down. Hopefully they'll hit X and look for the cutters on the slow break. Just skipping the ball around. Nice and slow. Looking to attack not a short stick, a long pole from X.
Yep. Oh, lovely little check there. So 3-1 here at the Women's Memorial Grounds as Sturt look to get back on the board and get a bit closer as it's just starting to chill down here. Our lovely producer as Ryan Stone gets in, just a little bit over the bar, but Nigel Wapper with the backup as they try and go through. Yeah, we do have a heater here, but it's just not working at the moment. As we'll look to attack, getting it back to X. Wapper moving forward, getting up above, tries to get his hands free. That's really good defense there. And I'm glad they didn't call the call. Ooh. I don't mind that. Change the planes.
Over, yeah.
Change the planes.
Just over. Had a bit of heat on it, and I reckon Tom Vickery might have been screened a bit there too.
Yep, so Falloon up to Stone.
Dangerous pass.
But it's going to be a bit interesting. Well, turns it over, and they'll get Trav Parrish look to come out and set up another attack.
An errant pass, but recovered. Getting their subs on. Making sure of their personnel. Happily running down the clock. Still looking to play very, very wide and keep that crease nice and vacant for potential cutters. Hard drive. A great slide. Great slide to push him into the crease there. Good awareness from the short stick defender. Oh, cheeky little backhanded flip back to the keeper there. And then the old 1-2.
Yep, and they've certainly got one extra one back for him, so allow him to come over. And all he had to do was take that, and he was in one-on-one with the keeper.
Cheeky 1-2, clear the ball himself, and then went for the assist too.
Yep, and I think he might be sitting there going, thank God I got to have a rest in the offense, because this up and back basketball thing on the big field is not the funnest thing in the world. As ETP look to build again.
I reckon the Sixers players that have a bit of a disagreement with that, they look like they're having lots of fun running up and down.
Yeah, well, Sixers was an amazing experience looking at the Birmingham games.
It was a spectacle for sure. There was a lot of really nice lacrosse being played.
Yeah, we're certainly looking forward to next year when Sixers is going to be a part of it. We're not quite sure what format that's going to look at, but Sixers will certainly be a part of our yearly calendar at some point.
It'll be interesting for me personally to see how the game actually evolves, the tactics and strategies they're going to employ, because there was a few teams in the women's side that actually had specialist offensive players that would only sub on for offense, and given they've only got a 30-second shot clock, it made the margins very thin for their potential subbings. And it'll be interesting to see how the game sort of evolves in that manner, whether they stick with that or whether that becomes more commonplace for more teams to do that.
Yeah, well, I suppose it's a lens a page from the box where you do have those, transition, and Ryan Stone just mishandling there, but got the good recovery as they look to build again. And speaking of building, if you want to build, you can obviously go and see Trad VC, but yep, got a good flag there, and we have a broken stick.
Good measure too.
Yeah, and that's going to hurt because Harry Giannis probably would have been in there man up, but we'll see how we can.
Let's see if he's prepared and has a backup stick.
Yep.
It looks like he does.
He's got a backup one, but I don't think he's going to be able to get on.
Imagine.
So we've got one in the box here for ETP, and
is Jacob Newman going to get this shot again? Are they going to work specifically for Jacob Newman, or is it just a team play that doesn't really? Nope, looks like it'll be kicking over to him again. Moving it quickly.
So playing a 1-4-1,
Ooh,
trying to find their.
He's trying to change the levels, bring it sort of mid to high, but it's going high to very high.
Yeah. It's, don't get a bit over the top here, Braden. So.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, skip pass over.
Now coming back to what it was, if you want to build and upgrade your thing, but you need a bit of finance stuff as a wayward pass and just turnover, and Tommy Vick looks to grab the break, and that.
It's one of the
brush.
One of the things we haven't talked about with Tom Vickery. His clearing is phenomenal. He finds and sees those guys streaking upfield and tries to create those opportunities via transition. There's no hesitation. He sees someone and he just hits them.
Yeah. So we've got an flag
offside by the look of it.
Probably looks like an offside. And you know what? It's good that they stay down there, because what they don't realise is they come back. They've already committed the foul, so you might as well stay down there. And
no sense in
and
giving
even
up
some
that opportunity.
Even some people come back, and I'm like, and then go again. As we have a bit of a timeout here.
It's actually a potentially viable strategy. If you had sort of 30 seconds left in a game, you could actually send that extra player, assuming that you're going to be man down anyway.
Yeah, well,
I've seen it done before.
If you're smart, you just drop the ball.
Absolutely. But tight game situations, cooler heads don't always prevail.
As we just start to see a little bit of a sprinkle come down here.
That's definitely not what we want.
But luckily we're under the shade here. As we just realised we turned on our field mic here, just to bring you a little bit closer to the action. But yes, if you want to get some extra funds for your renovations through Trad VC, certainly go and see Chris McGurr at 180 Finance because he does an amazing job. I personally have gone through him, and you know, we've released a whole heap of money for us to do some renovations and or some upgrades to our house, and the process was really smooth, and he answers all your questions. You know, because for many people it's not a common field, but yeah, he answers it. The process is really smooth. He puts plenty of options on the board, as we see that jump into the back of the net there, and it's amazing what a bit of crisp ball movement does, Braden.
It's beautiful ball handling, really, from all the players along the outside, and then a nice pass straight to the, well, I'm not even sure I'd call him a cutter. He was more of meandering through there.
Yeah, so we'll have a look here on the 180 Finance replay, and yeah, just Glenn Steele just wandering through.
A great catch, pass straight to his shoulder, and a quick finish.
And that's it's just going to show that some of those, that's been a good thing all night, just popping up on that right-hand cut. And done a really good job. But yeah, so Chris will do an awesome job, and all you can do is if you head to 180finance.com.au, you can click the button that says free health check, and that's from behind hitting the shoulder. Sometimes you see that call, but they're letting it go tonight, and you don't mind that. But
well, I was going to say they're letting the boys play, but
there's going to be some hats flying in a second.
But you know, they've taken advantage a bit here. You know, can't get away with calling nothing when people are hitting people that are already on the ground and whatnot.
Yep. So there'll certainly be a little bit to clean up here, as Gowdy calls simultaneous fouls. So we've got Ryan Stone for 1, and we've got. Okay, so
8 red for an unsportsmanlike for 2.
All right.
So given that the longer penalty was on East Torrens,
yep. So Toby
Sturt
Mills
will start with the ball.
In for 2, for the late arrival, shall we say?
He's an unwelcome guest at that party.
Yep. So
and Tony will call a timeout to make sure that this man up runs as smoothly as possible.
Yep.
At 4-1, we definitely need Tony to make sure that hopefully this ball is actually on cage, given that the past few shots in their man up have been wide and high. Here we get a nice little view of Marty getting on the jog. He's certainly not the prettiest runner out here. I reckon Jacob Newman's got him beat for style points, but he gets the job done. Looks like Tony's got it all sorted out, and then hopefully Marty will be sorting out what he needs to sort out, and we can get back to playing some lacrosse with a bit of insight from Tony. Oh, here's a bit more pace.
Did you get all that, Braden?
Of course.
Running like a gazelle.
Had to make sure.
Is it a baby giraffe or
given
a gazelle?
That there's a bit of precipitation out there, I was hoping for a spill.
No. There's much slippery out at North Eagles, but a little bit of extra breath. But
We'll be man up coming, and we'll start with the ball.
Well, they're waiting out this first 1 minute penalty, so that they'll be man up for 20 seconds.
So they are just holding. You can hear Tony listening in. So
here we go.
All right, man up, team.
A man up team.
Man up, team. We're good. 10 seconds.
Holding the ball, and they'll start in possession for the next half.
That's what I meant.
When they'll be man up for about 40 seconds, if I had to guess.
Yep. So we'll let Tony do what he does, and we might go and hear a lovely word from our sponsors from Trad VC and 180 Finance.
My name is Chris McGurr and I'm excited to be supporting Lacrosse SA in 2022. Our goal is to provide 50 property loans and save our supporters $50,000 through refinance. For every new Lacrosse supporter loan or refinance settled, your club will receive $250 in sponsorship, and if we hit our target, that's $12,500 going to Lacrosse SA clubs this year. So reach out to me today on 0480 311 301 or email me on chris@180finance.com.au to find out how I can save you money today. My name is Chris McGurr and I'm excited to be supporting Lacrosse SA in 2022. Our goal is to provide 50 property loans and save our supporters $50,000 through refinance. For every new Lacrosse supporter loan or refinance settled, your club will receive $250 in sponsorship, and if we hit our target, that's $12,500 going to Lacrosse SA clubs this year. So reach out to me today on 0480 311 301 or email me on chris@180finance.com.au to find out how I can save you money today.
Get him up the top. Yeah? Or, better than that, get Nico in the crease. Get Nico in the crease, he'll slide off that crease guy and we'll pop at the backside. All right, we're going to play smart, really smart lacrosse now.
What is it, 4-1?
4-1. I mean, hey. Yeah. Yep.
Working for each other. Yeah, 100%. If we
We'll be
keep playing
right.
this team game, we're going to beat these clowns.
Yeah, it'll come. Only got to be in front at the end.
Yeah.
All right. as we just tuned in there to the Sturt boys, and we do thank Tony and the boys for allowing us into their huddle. We will have a chat with Tony once we come out of the broadcast, but yeah, and just a little bit of apologies with our audio volume on the ads. Thank you for somebody for us telling us what is happening.
Hopefully that's been rectified
Yes,
now.
it has been rectified, but we just love our sponsors so much. We just want you to hear
Just
them.
want to shout it from the rooftops, I
Yes, yes. And Chris, if you're watching, shoot us a message, and the same with Wayne and Raylene. I see you've got a lovely new hat there, Brados.
It's a great hat. It's a traditional VC hat, and
Yeah,
I mean,
limited edition, is
it's
it?
very structurally sound, just like their patios and pergolas.
Yes.
Keeping me head warm.
Excellent for over almost 35 years now.
That is a long time.
Yeah, and you know, their excellence just sells itself a lot of the time.
That is a kind of business that you can trust.
Yes, absolutely. And yeah, so again with our sponsors, Chris, make sure you go see Chris McGurr, because you can. As I went through them, and we were able to unlock about $50,000 in our house to be able to upgrade, or in the end of basically do what you want to do, whether that's a big holiday. And what we might just do really quickly is have a look at our under 15 team. So we certainly had a look at the teams last week, last time we were on broadcast. But we've got the Phantoms and the Stingrays boys teams here. And tell you what, how about the coaches? I mean, the Stingrays have got Shane Webber and Garrett Briggs, our two Yanks from the North Eagles, who are doing an amazing job both on and off the field.
Certainly a talented lot of pedigree they've got there.
Yeah, and we've got a couple of Sturt boys in Jack Zuvich and Kyle Rusterman, who, are going to be doing a great job with the Phantoms as we switch over to have a look at the girls' teams. Now, these guys are heading over to Perth in late September, early October for a week of the national tournament. And the Comets, the Lightning and the Storm, perennial good teams.
Yeah, I think it was not that long ago that I watched the the Storm win that distinctive pink. I remember watching them win, and it was a great affair. It was made for great watching, a great grand final.
Well, they certainly did win 2 and 3 years. Obviously, you had Oshalevi dominate the last time.
Yeah.
And the Fire, but she got fouled out in the final, and the Fire took that one. But we're certainly going to have a big thing here. But yeah, big shout out to those coaches and all the players. I mean, they'll be out at Glenelg next week, as we're having a bit of fun with the heater here. Gets the pilot light, but doesn't want to turn on. I think the owner needs to do a bit of maintenance on that one, and that owner would be me. So apologies there, but I don't know what they're complaining about. I'm still in shorts, so as our producer needs a cup of cement, you reckon?
I reckon you've got some dead nerve endings in your legs.
It's not that bad here. Yeah, we're all.
Man up
we
for
might
40
just,
seconds.
if Tony's there, yep, we might just have a quick tune. Obviously, time out here, Tone. Man up out of the
Half-time break.
half-time break. What are we looking at here, Tone?
Yeah, put the ball in the back of the net, which is basically what we've been trying to do, and we've been working it well at training. But that's, you know what, we need to move the ball a bit better than that against this defence.
So, on what percentage of these man-ups would you say the shot comes from Jacob Newman?
A fair bit, but now Ryan Stone, but he needs to find a bit more space there. But certainly Jacob is a key shooter for us.
He's the primary option.
Primary option, and we just need to move the ball better. You know what? We're short on the ball movement.
Certainly
And
looks
Mike
like
Forbes
you're-
has some fire too. And
Oh,
that's a good save from Tom.
there's a ball
Can't hit him on the ground.
Yeah, and a great little clean-up job there from Mike Forbes. So we did listen in a little bit before Sammy got a bit colourful. What are some of the things that you spoke to the boys at half-time as we see the shot here, but back up to Sturt, so they'll get it back?
I think the ball retention when we've had it and we've been getting shots, obviously we've got to put good shots on. We've spoken about, you know, the guys coming from X here, because that slide just is really difficult to come in the setup that we've got. So we need feet movement, and that's it. We're sitting there watching one player do everything, and we need to make all players work. So, but yeah, I'm looking to go through X at the moment.
Now ETP have been ETP have been sort of popping up with those little sort of side cuts, and you know, I think 3 of the 4 have just been little pop out.
Just cheeky little movement in the crease, really.
Yeah, which is obviously making it hard for Sammy. How did you try and counter that?
Yeah, look, we've got in the defensive end, as I said, they've got 2 or 3 in a man-up opportunity. So, and there's Jacob Newman just fires the ball. Look, you know, they've capitalised on their man opportunities. We haven't at the moment, and that's probably the difference in the game right now.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's certainly great to have you on the 180 mic as the ball just sneaks out. Any other messages that you had there?
No, mate, I'm good. We just need to put one on the ball in the back of the net here.
All right,
just put a bit of pressure on.
Thanks for tuning in to the 180 mic. Thank you, Tony. We'll catch up with you later on.
No worries.
And so I quite like Tony's sort of new philosophy for this second half with attacking from X. I think that'll give Tom Vickery much less of a look at the ball. And that's how obviously Jacob Newman put the first one by him. So shows that it's worked so far, and hopefully he can continue to work for Sturt. Get him back into this game a bit.
In the crease here, and I can see somebody going one way or the other into the penalty box here, but
making them work for it. That's what East Times do.
Calmer heads have prevailed. As Sturt look to rebuild again through Newman. Big pick there. Oh,
great
just
overhead.
hanging out, but gets it back.
Ooh.
And Wapper. And free ball. And but Evans
Opportunistic
Gill
little ground ball.
turns on the Jets, and he's got mud flying out the back of him as it goes through, and just gets in. Glenn Steele, open. Goal.
Jeez, you don't see too many people playing that bottom left, catching on their right hand, still having enough angle to pop it in a top corner.
Yeah, so, but an interesting slide. But as we have a look here on the traditional replay, Evans Gill just motors burning.
Yeah, certainly had a lot of time.
Yeah, just looked up, and probably the non-traditional movement of an attack thing. Just
certainly threw Sturt a bit there.
Yeah, had the boys looking up, and or the defenders looking. Oh, and he's done it. It's taken him about 15 goes, but he's got the heater going.
Well, a ball has hit the back of the net, but unfortunately it's hit the wrong net for Tony.
Yep.
So you won't be real happy about that, but the resulting turnover actually came from what I thought was a good look into the crease, but once again, an ETP player got their stick in and just got the stick through the lanes, deflected it, and allowed for a transition opportunity.
Oh, just a couple of handling errors here as the ball.
Ground balls are an important part of this game.
And a big long pass as Troy Lindner gets
no.
it inside. And Scotty Peterson, back of the net.
As I was saying, ground balls are important. Ryle, he had that one in his stick, bobbled it up, and he lost sight of it. Just allowed for East Torrens to get it back again. Yeah,
and we'll have a look here on the replay. You might see that handling error. Oh, no. Troy Lindner.
Unselfish pass there.
Yeah, so I reckon that's his second or third assist for the night.
I definitely would have shot it, absolutely. 3 metres away from the goal, on the left hand. Keeper's not even in the centre of the goal.
Yeah.
Definitely putting that one away.
To be fair, I never had a left at the best of times, so...
I've seen you score left-handed.
Yeah. I even scored a couple out of the back of the stick.
I don't reckon the ball went where you were trying to put it, but it definitely went in the goal.
Yes, you know what, as Tony would always say, it doesn't matter how it gets there as long as it does.
Absolutely.
As we see the face-off here, and Ryan Stone.
Very nice little pick-up.
Possession, but just bobbles out of his stick, but we do find as they take the possession and look to build again, and build you must if you get in touch with tradvc.com.au, because they build the best in the land for all your roofing, guttering, carports and verandas. If you've got any of that sort of stuff, or even beyond, you know, it's amazing what they do. So when we think traditionals for their support.
I'm just trying to have a think here, Marty. Can you actually remember a single player driving left from Sturt tonight?
No, I can't say, or not initially. They might have gone left in this role, as Harry Giannis and good again from Tommy Vick, who's stonewalling and probably putting his name up for the Trad VC 180 Finance Player of the Game. You reckon? He's
been pretty impeccable so far. He hasn't messed up a clear. He's made all the saves he could reasonably be expected to make and more. And
his clearing has been outstanding.
I can only imagine he's marshalling that defence and is a big part of why they're getting so many sticks in lanes. He's great on his talk, and I suppose you expect that from an Australian level keeper.
Yeah. Well, he did have a couple of years in the Div 2 Wilderness, and I think he actually won the highest goal scorer.
He had great ability to catch the ball from just about anywhere, which really shouldn't surprise you, given he's a keeper of such high standard.
Yeah.
And he put the ball away with such time that he always seemed like he had more time than what he sort of almost did.
Yeah. As we see Lindner roaming around the back, trying to put a bit of pressure on here, because Sturt would certainly be wanting to have a bit more play in the front end.
I mean, possession's good, but you have to really be actually doing something constructive with it. And
that's one across the back, but you know, they've been letting that go most of the night. It's low impact.
It's not taking anyone off their feet or anything like that. So
yeah.
It's not really impacting the play, apart from a nice little welt that a few people, I imagine, would have at the end of tonight.
Good stick there.
There we go. See, Sturt have noticed how East Torrens are getting their sticks in lanes and getting turnovers from it, and they've started to do it themselves.
Yeah, Nathan Jeeve and Jacob Newman will look to bring this up.
Jacob Newman solo clear. We see a few of these.
And just smartly making sure he had a look and make sure we had the numbers behind, because there's nothing worse than going offside. And
Tony would not have been happy.
No, not at all.
They call them a coach killer for a reason.
Yeah, so the other thing... and Harry Giannis there.
Stick side again.
Good save, and I think that's probably about 10 saves. So we did hit double figures in some stats tonight.
I'd still like to see the game total get to double figures.
Yep, that would certainly be where we want.
And it would be almost out the norm for these two teams.
Yeah, well, with the 15-minute quarters, the scoring certainly has come down. But I was having a chat with certain people, and and I'll be interested to get your chat on this. Shot clock.
I am
in State League.
All for it.
So whether it's an 80 or a 90-second one.
There's a few different leagues that have shot clocks. Obviously, you've got the NCAA with their 80-second shot clock. You've got the Athletes Unlimited for the girls with the 60-second shot clock, which is even faster. And then the PLO, I'm not sure what
Newman just gets inside.
Their timing is, but
54 seconds. Why? I don't know, but it's
I think they allowed 14 seconds for a clear and 40 seconds to get a player
big double team
substitutions on and get your offensive set run.
Yep,
so they did some math and they got it all figured out.
Oh,
reckon there might be a flag there. Nope, and a check after the whistle. Nope. We're just
they're
letting them play.
They're going to call that a loose ball push. And
Half-
somebody's going to have to get the ball
Half
here.
the team subbing in one go.
Yep. That's smart play by Simon.
Jeez.
So that's really going to hurt them, because I thought that was fair play. Because
Certainly seemed like it to me. Yep, they'll be retaining possession.
Yep. That's the unforced errors that you just don't want to see. But
They were
smartly,
tired.
Simon.
Very tired. They needed a sub.
Yeah, they needed a sub, but you've also got to retain the ball. Someone's
got to pick it up.
And Trav Parrish here just pops up. Another easy clear. There is. You're not getting cold, are you? There.
I personally always like to be the one to pick it up in the offensive end when we go and man up, because a few times the keeper hasn't even noticed that play started despite the call from the umpire and the whistle, and I've got a free shot off when he's not even looking.
Well, I'm not going to lie. Benny Robinson got one. The sniper got one like that today. Both officials went balls with one, and the keeper was just not quite looking, and then by the time he was moving across his cage, and the sniper and Troy Lindner was wide open inside.
Great save by Sammy there.
Cam Nelson.
And a great outlet.
Yep, so Sammy can clear the best of them as well. But he's popped a thing.
Oh no, I think it's just a little ankle.
Yep, timeout, and
I don't think it's muscular. I think we've just rolled some little bit of an ankle.
Yeah, so sort of an unpredicted timeout, but
you've got him. You've got to use him.
Yeah. Hopefully it's just a quick little turn, and he might be all right with a bit of
inspiration here, I reckon.
Yep, and I think somebody needs to get a new gas bottle for the next one. We finally got it working, and it lasted for about 10 minutes. But yep. So timeout. We might have a quick listen in with Tony.
Noticeable. When you're at X, you are dodging to the goals. Every time you're dodging from X, you're just popping it at high and allowing this guy to come around. Actually create, right? Create at X. If you're not creating from X, if you're not creating from X and dodging from X and you're just pumping it up the top,
but
we're doing the same dodge every single time.
Remember, we're getting short sticks or the shit.
Yeah.
To the back.
We've actually had that.
Have to work.
We've actually had those shorties to X, right? But then we don't come together. You know, we let them play sides. Don't let them play sides. Come on, let's go. Let's get.
All right, some words there from the box. Tony, you with us? Tony, I'm not sure whether he's put his headset in again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Just
making
doing
sure
the
he's
count.
got the right amount on the
you
bench.
Yeah.
Huh?
So we'll try and sneak in with him if you can. Tony, can you hear us? No, he's taking his headset out. Obviously, the scoreboard's not quite what he wanted, but again, we do thank Tony for allowing us to listen in throughout the night, and it certainly brings a different dimension to the game, to allow us to see what the coaches are listening to.
It's always nice to get that extra insight at that personal level for the coaching and get an insight into what the playing group's sort of going through and how they're coping with the game, all that sort of thing.
And on top of that, I think he just misses having a mic on. So obviously, Tony is locked in for the entire final series.
Well, he's doing all that talking. You may as well get him on broadcast.
Yeah, absolutely. So as we come back to the game, Sturt will be in possession and really looking to just get another couple on the board and get some good looks. But just
trying to
an
attack from X,
errant pass, and this ball might be going away.
Might be blaming the precipitation out here on the bit of a slippery ball, maybe.
Yeah, no, I don't think we had that much rain, or have we? No, we just had a light mist as Tommy Vick will bring the ball up.
Tommy Vick's certainly not having any issues with his passing.
And he's wide open, and we might see, somebody comes across to allow.
Oh, good.
Draws
the cheeky fake.
Yeah. They always bite for that one, don't they?
Gotta love with the confidence out of the goalie to bring it into the offensive half himself.
Yeah. Have we had a goalie goal this year in State League?
Not that I know of.
Not that I know of.
I
but
know Lincoln Potter used to be good for one or two a year in juniors.
Dave Gowell as well.
Oh, he's phenomenal.
Yeah.
He is just his stick fake and control with that goalie stick is amazing.
Yeah. Oh, just an errant pass there, but it pops back to Glenn.
Settle, I reckon.
Yep. As they look to get the ball around. Yeah, so if we have a look at the finals, the finals after today's result are, effectively sort of set in terms of where they need to, or where they are. So we will certainly have Brighton v North Eagles in the 1-2 game in the major semi-final, and Glenelg. Oh, there's a lovely little wraparound here.
Glenelg Burnside in the do or die mon.
Yeah, and I think both of those are going to be cracking games. Obviously, Brighton missing a few with the Aussie ones as they clear.
Doug
And
Brooks and Arlen Lim representing Australia.
Yep, but they
Good
also Glenelg also lose Benji Newman, who was a bit of a late call up to a travel, and just reading there. Must be a bit late in the game.
Oh.
Late in the quarter, and there she goes. But
bit of a tumble.
yeah, certainly the boys obviously jetted off. I think Thursday night, Friday morning, to head over to Ireland. I know I think they've got a couple of games against. I think it's the Iroquois and the Irish team, which should give them a bit of a
good warm up.
And I hope Shix is listening in because I know he's got some video content on the way for us.
Yeah, not sure what the time difference is. Might be sleeping.
Oh, potentially. It's probably. Oh no, it's the Olympics. Not the Olympics. Com game starts at about 7 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
And obviously you're here watching all the action.
True.
So don't go changing channels quite yet.
No, we don't want to let anyone else in on our viewers.
Yep. But yeah, so it'll be early morning over there, I'd imagine. So
that'd be good. Good to hear from him.
Yeah, so hopefully they get it sorted, and I know good news is that all the games will be on ESPN Plus. Whether they transfer over to KO, we're still to be but yeah.
Try to sign up for ESPN Plus. You're literally not allowed in Australia.
Oh really?
No.
Oh,
can't get it.
That's annoying.
So hopefully KO picks up those games.
Yep.
Because it was good watching.
But if you need some money for ESPN Plus or KO,
definitely go to 180 Finance.
We can go and see our sponsors, and we might hear from them right now.
My name is Chris McGurr, and I'm excited to be supporting Lacrosse SA in 2022. Our goal is to provide 50 property loans and save our supporters $50,000 through refinance. For every new Lacrosse supporter loan or refinance settled, your club will receive $250 in sponsorship, and if we hit our target, that's $12,500 going to Lacrosse SA clubs this year. So reach out to me today on 0480 311 301 or email me on chris@180finance.com.au to find out how I can save you money today.
So we might just tick back in. Hopefully we've got Tony here. We heard you just through the background, a bit of passion in that one there, mate.
Yeah, look, you know what, the offensive sets we've had have been reasonable. I mean, we're getting the ball around, we're getting to where we're not attacking the cage from behind, which is where I've asked to go. You know what, if you're behind and you're a two-man game, you know what, you need to attack because the slide then needs to come. And if that slide comes, the guy follows him down and shadows him. You know, you put a ball in the back of the net. We've got to shoot better against Tom. Tom's had a done a great job in the cage tonight. But you know what? We're shooting across him to his right hand, and he's dropping. We need to put some around his left hand ear.
Yep. So shot location, because the one goal that you guys did get was a lovely pickup from Kyle.
And he's been doing that all year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sort of that one extra step to greatness, you know, actually turn the corner, you know, put it past him, and hopefully we get to see a little bit more of that, whether it's from Jacob or any of the other boys, as they look to come through.
Most of your dodges from X, Tony, have been coming from this side and then sort of running up and across sort of behind the goal, but have you considered maybe attacking from the actual opposite side and potentially coming more around the corner instead of running up and around?
Absolutely, right. It was very well discussed from that, and which is why we now have a lefty-righty down there, and we can look up, because this guy coming down to the opposite side opens up like that, and we have a shot which Tommy saves again. But
it was at least a bounce shot that time.
Yep, but we're creating opportunities, and this is where we need to ride the ball and really put pressure on.
Yeah, but it's Tommy's seen a lot of these rides and
knows how to bust them wide open.
Yeah.
Just got great vision and patience.
All right, boys, I'm going to get back to it.
Yep, thank you, Tony. We love hearing it on the 180 Finance mic. So thank you once again to Tony, who has come back, has allowed us into the huddles and to have a chat with us. And it's, you know, great to have it there, and hopefully we can do a bit more of that in the finals. I know we certainly had the what was it? The Roving
Kesavan.
Roving Kesavan and Roving Winnan last year in the grand finals.
Unfortunately, the budget isn't big enough for Roving BT, but
no,
that would be a spectacle.
No, but if you do want to get involved, Sammy coming out of the cage and just going, right, well, if you can't do it, I'm going to do it myself. There's just a little handling error there, and we can see this.
There's
and what do we got?
Quite a few little handling errors tonight.
Yep, just a little push here. But Tony wouldn't be too happy about the subbing in defence.
I've heard you're not meant to do that. I try not to get down that into the field, but I've heard you're not meant to do that.
Yep, that's why I won the face-offs. Oh, it's a flag down by Simon Olsen. As might go as a, what are we going, a cross-check or a hold? Cross-check.
Cross-check with the unsportsmanlike
yeah,
signal.
I know he was going with the wide hands. The hands just went a little bit wide there. So
they won't be making that mistake again. Someone's coming to collect the ball.
Yep. No, it was Sturt that made the problem.
But they saw it happen. They know they'll blow the whistle.
Now, Sturt are obviously back on board next weekend, because we've got that little pop out happens again, and Glenn Steele, Sammy eats it up.
Save. Oh, checking the goalie, I reckon.
Now, yep, the flag is down, and they get some possession.
That was just a bit undisciplined there. I reckon this might be. Oh, no, here we go. Take the goal.
Yep, good knockdown. Force that.
Me. Two penalties.
We got two, because I think there was two
flags.
Okay, so
2 30-second illegal procedures for checking the goalie.
You are allowed to legally check the goalie if the ball is outside the cylinder. So, but obviously they deemed
must not have been.
They deemed the ball was inside the cylinder, so Sammy had got it inside. And obviously he did it twice. So
I think there was two different people checking him.
Yeah, well, they've only got one in the box, so it must be one foul times two. But you know, a minute to try and build something. And obviously, if you want to build something, you need to go and see TradV, the traditional group, tradvc.com.au. And
hey,
we're on the board.
See, kept it low, brought it to mid instead of high and very high. So he's still got the change of level.
Yep.
But this one was on the cage and therefore good enough to trouble him.
And we'll have a look at the replay here. Just working it around, gets it down the back and just reverts it, finds the gap. Lovely little screen, Tommy.
Zinged it right by him.
Yep. And finally, Sturt on the board again. And could we see a very late?
Oh, Don't tempt me.
Oh, I'd love to see it. Could we see a rapid run, you know?
Jeez, if Benji Newman gets hot and starts zinging them, I reckon there's a chance.
You mean Jacob Newman?
That's the one.
Benji Newman.
Benji's on the brain.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about. But a lovely win from the ETP boys. And that just puts, you know,
Here we go. The tides are turning.
Yeah. The Ides of March for those historians out there. You learnt that one, Hayden?
Oh, questionable pass.
But it comes
Pays off.
Oh.
Oi.
Can't dodge a long pole against the long pole.
It's certainly not advised.
Brett's seen that way too many times. And Brett's had a good game as well.
Yeah, ETP defense has been stellar.
Yeah, so, you know, obviously midway through the fourth quarter, who's your player of the game, or the 180 Finance traditional group player of the game at the moment? And that is a big push.
That was just unnecessary, wasn't it?
Ooh, calling the cross check. I probably would have gone with either the push or the unnecessary if you wanted to upgrade it. But regardless, 1 minute in the box, and ETP will be looking to build their...
there was certainly bar and there was certainly pushing, so...
Yep, not unhappy with the 1 minute there.
No, I think it was probably warranted.
Yep, and as it just drops a couple of degrees and the wind just picks up, although Braden's got a lovely little windshield thanks to Paul Kernahan, the Kernahans, and that.
Yeah,
so
they're handy, they are.
Yes. But if you want a better structure, you know.
Even better wind shielding, rain protecting, all of the elements really.
Yep. And a bit
Definitely be hitting up 180 Finance for your funding, and then heading over to Trad VC to get them to sort it out for you.
Yeah, as we see a strong transition here from Jacob Newman. Push it, good, draw one. Oh, Wapper, but I don't think that actually got through. I think Toby Mills got in the way there. And Tommy Vick cleans up when you got Schubert working through there. And they'll look to settle this one down and just chew up a little bit more of the clock as we're about halfway through the quarter.
This final term.
Yep. So probably looking defense here.
Personally, I'd be looking at the offensive end for East Torrens, to be honest. I want to have a look at the score sheet just to confirm my suspicions, but Troy Linder has been fantastic. He's quarterbacked the offense. He's hasn't made any unruly skill errors. He's been controlling everything.
He's got 1 and 2, I think.
1 and 2, 3 points. It's more than Sturt's got. So
yeah, he'd be on there, but I think I got to go with somebody from the defense and Tommy Vick, but just a little Cam Elson there and Scotty Peterson. I mean, Scotty Peterson's got 2.
2, yeah.
And but you know, just been popping up. You know, Scotty Gill's got 2 assists, not on the scoreboard yet, but he might be here as he comes around the corner and just finds a few too many. But
just got manhandled there.
Yep, but ETP
retained possession.
Yep. And certainly,
great
lovely
split.
step in.
Oh.
But that's come straight off the defender there.
Put the body on the line
but
there.
That's not going to make it.
Oh, jeez.
Fumble, and
just got to pick
Nick
it
Brown will. It's going to be ground ball battle here. Who's going to come up with it? Well,
someone's fallen on it.
Yep.
Might have been pushed.
That's a good one. Good no call there, because he could have called withholding, but he did just fall on it, but then
made the effort to get back up.
Made the effort to get straight back up, so which is what you want. Oh,
great check.
Yard sale. Love a yard sale.
He's putting his hand up for best on ground.
Yeah, Brett Langstreth.
He's now had on consecutive possessions that Sturt have had. He's caused turnovers and the East Torrens have gone back down the other way. Oh, geez, not pushing it again. Just chilling. Feeling the call of chill out. This is the what being in front affords you. The ability to just really kick it around nice and slow, take a break, call a timeout, make sure you get your subs on.
Yeah, now, just quickly, we have had a bit of an issue with our Facebook feed. It's just coming in and out. But if you want to watch it in 1080 HP, do you know where to go, Brad?
I would say YouTube.
Yeah, so it's great watching it on the big screen, as well as getting it in just that little crystal clear. And while we've got the timeout, we might just have a quick listen in with Tony.
We need to get the, you know, if you've got the ball and you've run, Minnie, and I'll say there, you know what, we need to present to him, get the ball there, get it out of his stick, he's stuffed because he's just done that work to there, to kick it on, all right? All right, we're going to work for each other and present for each other. So get, you know, Minnie's come down here, he's busted a nut, he's just played defence, we get it down, he probably needs a sub at that point. Get the ball down, kick it down, we had subs coming on, all right, we can just settle it. All right, let's get the ball back and have some offense, and let's put some balls on Tommy, eh?
All right, Tony, I'm not sure whether you got us there, mate. Yep. You know, obviously, last sort of half of the last quarter. What are we looking for objective-wise out of this last little bit?
You know
Obviously,
what? The defence is playing a really good defence down there. Gillies on the back. I've asked for to get on hands, which is what's happening. You know, we're seeing when he's then trying to fire the ball with stick on hands. You know, we're missing it. We're turning over. Lucas, I don't know what he's got in his chest, whether it's iron, but that ball bounced a long way off his chest.
It sure did.
And then, but what I then want is we've just played a big defensive set and we get the ball down and we're not presenting to get that ball up, and Jacob's running left, right and centre, and you know what, we need those subs. So here we go, we're getting an opportunity in offence and we'll see what we can do.
Yep. All right, thank you very much, Tone. We'll let you get back to what you're doing as Harry Giannis transitions the ball down, and Nick Brown has read that very well, but it's a well-sold loose ball push there.
Stand over the top of it, let him knock you over.
Yep, feel a bit of contact, and away you go. Then back to Sturt as they look to close the gap. I mean, it's you know, they've only scored 2 in 3.5 quarters. I mean, it's probably a bridge too far, but you never know.
A tall ask.
And
here we go.
Newman comes in. Oh, he put everything into that, but time and room when you give Tommy time and room.
I reckon that was off stick side too. He made him move for it.
Yep, as the rain just starts to come down again. But luckily we've got these lovely shelters, and we're going to be kept dry, but if not a little bit colder. Now next week, obviously, as we might have a bit of, oh no, somebody was in the box there. Another game next week here down at Sturt when Woodville come to play for their game on LSA TV this year. So, and really ETP have stood up. Their first ever game on LSA TV.
They certainly wouldn't be disappointed with this outcome.
Yeah. Because there is, even though that these guys won't be pushing for finals, there's certainly going to be there's certainly still a lot on the line as we see Giannis come through, and it is starting to chuck it down now. And as we might have to just, Braden, I might just have to let you go with it.
Yep, I'll take over. You get to making sure everything doesn't get absolutely sopping wet. And we'll just see Sturt kicking it around, and hopefully we'll see him attacking from that. No. All right, here we go. Giannis coming in, not Antetokounmpo. We've got Harry kicking the ball around, attacking from the top, getting a nice shot off. Oh, unfortunately, no backup there for Sturt.
Yeah, and it is really starting to chuck it down now.
That's also a coach killer. They really don't like that.
But we're real lucky to bringing you the action even in this weather.
Torrential.
Yeah,
Torrential at
it's-
this point.
Well, we thought it was going to happen at some point.
We're just lucky that we got 3 good quarters.
Yes, yes.
Otherwise,
Well-
the scoreline probably could have been even lower.
No. Amazing what wet weather does. It brings out some of the action. So,
You would think.
and Scotty
so.
Peterson comes in. Oh, Sammy
Great
Kilford.
save.
That's offside.
He
Offside
predicted
toe.
that amazingly well.
Yep. And looking to push the transition here.
Or not.
And it is absolutely chucking it down.
If you see a few cats and dogs on the broadcast, you know why.
Oh, looked inside, right look, but just wasn't quite rare. And Brett Langstreth, once again, he is putting his name up for the player of the game.
Oi.
And he's like, oh, timeout.
Good call.
Good timeout call there. But yeah, so while we've got a chance, we will go and have a chat with. Massive thank you to our sponsors in 180 Finance and Chris McGurr, as well as Traditional Group at tradvc.com.au, both outstanding companies. And you know what, Braden, I realised I haven't mentioned?
What's that?
You know what, if you go and get a refinance settled with Chris, your club actually gets $250 in sponsorship.
That is not an insignificant amount of money.
$250.
That is.
You think about it, like you get, not only do you save yourself money, but you're also supporting your club. So it's a
win-win.
Yeah, and Chris has got a lot of cards up the sleeve. It's not just finances. He's got the whole kit and caboodle. So if you've got
Got a full bag of tricks.
yeah, if you've got some extra things, and Brett's looking to just get on the scoreboard here. And,
Well, I don't blame him. That would probably cement him for player of the game.
Yeah, well, he's been putting his hand up in the last little bit. We might have to go to our producer for the casting vote here.
You don't often see the old long pole down in offence.
Oh, it could have
Well,
been
you
something
got it.
there, but no, let him play. That's good.
But that'll do it.
And that is game 6-2, the final score here.
As we can see over on the scoreboard over there, through the rain. Actually, no, we can't see it because it's not focusing. There we go. 6-2.
It is Jesus
Oi, geez,
Christ.
we're getting a bit of a
Lift.
lift off here.
Yep. So, Braden,
might be time to pack it in.
6-2 to the game. We might see if we can get a quick chat with somebody. Who are we going to have a chat with?
I reckon you can't go past Tom Vickery.
Yeah, I don't think we cannot go past Tommy Vickery. There were a few others that were putting their names up, but
Definitely honourable mentions.
yeah, honourable mentions. But we might see if we can go and grab Tom Vickery.
I reckon you can head out in the rain.
Yeah, well, yeah, the wonders of being common. I'll be back soon. So we might just have a quick word from our sponsors and we'll be back with Tommy Vic.
My name is Chris McGurr and I'm excited to be supporting Lacrosse SA in 2022. Our goal is to provide 50 property loans and save our supporters $50,000 through refinance. For every new Lacrosse supporter loan or refinance settled, your club will receive $250 in sponsorship, and if we hit our target, that's $12,500 going to Lacrosse SA clubs this year. So reach out to me today on 0480 311 301 or email me on chris@180finance.com.au to find out how I can save you money today.
We're back watching these wonderful specimens shake hands after an eventful evening, providing some great viewing for us.
Sorry about that one. Tommy will be coming over. He,
Poor fellas are getting a bit wet.
well, I did tell him he's good chance to stay in the dry area.
Never a bad
But
thing.
he was certainly one for the team. Braden, if you just start swinging it around this way, we might get Tommy Vick over here.
I would say it's the most running he's done all game, but it's not true. He crossed over halfway a couple of times.
Testing 1, 2, testing. Tommy, we'll get you over here. Tommy, welcome. We tried to get you out of the rain as much as possible, because it is absolutely chucking it down at the moment.
I'm glad it waited until the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That's appreciative.
No, it is certainly good. But very quickly, good game out there. You seeing the ball pretty well and pretty early.
Yeah, I think our D played a good brand and pushed them wide and forced them to some pretty poor angles. So it was good to take some shots from the outside instead of the first five metres of the crease. So.
Yeah, it's always been one of your strengths. Being able to see the ball from a long way, and you look like you're getting back to your Aussie form.
Much easier.
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But obviously, really good to get another win on the board.
Yeah.
And your first time on LSA TV, surprisingly.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
there you go.
we unfortunately got COVID hit last year, and we couldn't get you on.
Oh, that's right.
But no.
I don't mind not playing in front of the cameras, eh?
I
I just love playing lacrosse, so it's good to be back out. I had a
yeah.
few years off, so it's good to be back out there playing with the boys.
Oh, we did have a chat about your highest goal scorer through the Div 2.
Oh, yep.
Yeah,
that was a bit of fun. It was good fun. I haven't played short stick since I was like 17, so yeah, it was good to get back there.
Yeah, so obviously moving forward, a couple of wins this year.
Yeah.
Obviously looking probably sneak another one against. Who have you got left in the last 2 rounds?
North Eagles and Glenelg, I think.
So okay, so
Probably not going to
pretty
sneak
tough.
another one.
Two pretty tough games, but
Yeah.
I think we lost to the North Eagles by 1 last time, but I think they've had some good wins lately. So yeah, it'll be a tough challenge, but I'm just glad to see we had a much better team performance than what we put on the park last week against Woodville. So yeah.
Yeah, no, it's certainly good, but we did have a couple honourable mentions in Brett Langstress, Nick Brown.
Yeah.
We probably could have thrown a blanket over that,
Yeah,
the entire defence there, because they were pretty good.
Well, giving up 2 goals is pretty good. Maybe 15 shots. I don't think there were too many on cage. So yeah, it was just good. It's good to see our boys moving around in offence and finding some room on the inside to get some goals as well.
Yeah, they love that little sneaky pop out cut, and makes it hard on keepers there.
Yeah,
so
it's a good little man up. So.
Yeah. Anyway, Tommy, we might let you
Appreciate it.
get back into this rain. And
I think my gear's getting saturated up on the ground over there.
Oh, well, apologies, but well done on your 180 Finance Player of the Game, and we appreciate you taking the time with
Thanks
us.
for coming out and filming us, boys.
Not a problem. Thanks, boys.
Thank you.
So, massive thank you to Tommy for taking the time, because his gear is getting absolutely drenched. And somehow we're not getting drenched at the moment, but we're going to wrap this up. A massive thank you to Braden on the camera, because he has actually done double duty tonight in terms of camera and commentary. So awesome work. And Brados is just getting the artsy stuff going on here. But also massive thank you to Hayden on the desk tonight, who's done a tremendous job, and also to Tony, who was allowed us to get mic'd up and get into the Sturt huddle. So massive thank you. We are going to wrap it up here. Thank you very much. And as Tony says, until the sticks are swinging, we'll see you next time.